You're watching Build with Amy, and today John is going to go through on the Regency project all about floor joists and floorboard work and how we've gone about it. Enjoy the video, see you at the other end.
So guys, I have finally arrived at our Regency renovation, and there's been lots going on while I've not been here. You've seen a few bits going on along the way, some of the deconstruction which has been happening. So now I can just give you a quick update on what's going to be going on this first floor level with us today. So Phil is currently taking these floorboards up here. There's some floorboards gone up through here, and I'm going to be taking some floorboards up in here, and also floorboards up in here as well. The reason for this is we need to make sure that the external wall on this side is fully prepped and ready for 2 weeks time, because we've got the plasterers coming to do the rendering outside. So we want to make sure all our waste pipes, any cables, anything like that are all fitted outside, ready and raring to go for when they get here, because the last thing we want to do is cause any destruction after they've rendered. So we're getting all our waste runs in now, just to make sure it's all ready, like I say. So our main run, there's the ensuite through there, so the run's going to come out here and go through there, through this bathroom here and straight out the wall. What I'll do is I will set up some time lapses in the various rooms, and you can watch our progress through the day. So what me and Phil are doing here is actually repairing these joists. There's a lot of notches out all the way where previous pipe runs and cable runs have just been chopped in carelessly. So what we're doing is chopping them out like this so they're nice and neat, and then we're going to put some inserts in here then just to strengthen these joists up, and also to ensure when we relay our floorboards on top, if the edge of a floorboard actually lands where this is, it's going to kick round. So it's really important that these are nice and solid across the top. So what Phil's doing is completely stripping the top of this one down, because it's really bad, like he's done here. Took a good chunk out and pieced it in, just so it's like nice and solid, like I said. Then also bracing it up with some chipboard on the side there. So guys, we are now moving into this bathroom, what was and what will be a new bathroom, and my esteemed colleague Ricky is going to start getting this all stripped out. We've got the bath out already and a bit of the floor, so all these tiles are going to need to come off, all the fittings are going to come off as well, and then this floor will be lifted. The plumbers can get all the relevant pipe work through and out the walls. Then what we're going to do is actually, because if you can see here, there's actually quite a step difference between this floor and the landing. There is going to be carpet on the landing. We are going to put a 3mm ply down on top of the floorboards and then carpet on top of that. But it does mean that this floor in here is actually too high. So what we're going to do, take all this whole floor up, and then in between the joists here, we're going to actually run a batten at 18mm down, and then we're going to put 18mm ply in here, so that will effectively form a pattress within these joists, and then we're going to run probably a 6mm ply over the top of that to encapsulate it all, and then our underfloor heating and tiles can go straight onto that then, and then we'll have a nice seamless floor level right the way out into the landing. So we'll get up a time lapse set up, and you can watch Ricky smash this place up. Sorry, not smash up, that's the wrong thing to say. Carefully deconstruct. So guys, we've made some good progress. The floor is now down, albeit temporarily. It is down, like I said before, the plumbers have still got to run soil pipe through, do our hot and cold connections. We'll run straight out here, out that wall there, and join into the stack outside. We're gonna now strip this bathroom as well, so that'll be tomorrow's job, get all this ripped off in here, and possibly this wall as well. These are lath and plaster stud walls as well, so we may keep them if we can, although this and that, well, this whole room's being painted apart from a tiled area here, so obviously we want the finish to be perfect, so we'll just have to assess that as we go. So we've got these plates here fabricated, and what they're going to do is add additional strength into these joists. There's going to be a toilet which is going to sit here, and the soil pipe is going to go out through the wall and join onto the main stack outside. So we need to make sure that when we're drilling through these, the joist is actually fully supported, because as you can see from the size of this hole, it's taking a massive chunk out of that. We want to make sure this is reinforced and it's not going to basically snap under any load above it. They are very short joists. They only span from there to just over there, so there's not actually a lot of length in them. There's a plate either side of this joist. It will be drilled through here, drilled through these holes, and then bolted together, and the length of the plate then will sit through onto this wall to act as an additional bearer. So Mark has got them marked up and he's got the centre points there. So what he's going to do then is just drill the hole straight through here, and then there'll be a core hole bored straight through the wall out there as well. So because of the age of this timber, it's very, very hard. It is a hardwood as well. They are oak, aren't they?
Well, it's probably fir.
Very, very hard. So the teeth are going to bite straight into it. So Mark's just putting an extra bit of timber down there now to protect the lath and plaster below. Because if it does bite, it will naturally just kick the drill round. So at least this way we've got a bit of extra protection. Why have you done the pilot hole through first?
So I'm not trying to drill the hole and bore it at the same time.
Makes sense. So then you haven't got two things to worry about with the friction, just got the one. So what's the reason that you stopped drilling, Mark?
The joist's deeper than the hole saw we're using, so we've got to clear some of the timber out to allow the core board to go through further.
Right, okay. So the thickness of this.
That's it, yeah. And we've got a 3-inch joist here, so that's obviously definitely not going to go through in one bite.
So can you go through both sides?
You can go through both sides on this one, but obviously not on this one, it's too close to the wall.
Yeah, so you've got no access.
Clear some timber out of the way.
Awesome. So I'm in one of the bedrooms, and previously in this bay there was a bit of a leak. There was an issue with the guttering, so for quite some time there's been some water ingress in this wall. You can see it's damaged the plasterwork here. Obviously a lot of it's fallen off there. I mean, we have taken that off, but it was literally just falling off. This floor in here is actually going to be sanded down and exposed, so where these floorboards meet across here, we're actually going to remove these and then run these existing floorboards straight through, so you haven't got this dodgy straight cut line down here. We'll stagger all the joints so it looks proper. But on lifting all this up, some of the boards were really, really rotten. As you can see here, they've had some woodworm in them, so they've rotted over time. Also, these joists here, not sure if you can hear that very well, but what that means, they are hollow, they're proper rotten. You can see here that it's just falling apart, just crumbling in my fingers. So that's obviously pretty dangerous, so we need to get these replaced. So that's at least 3 joists there that are going to need to be replaced. I think this one under here is pretty good. Yeah, they've definitely seen their time. So we'll have to get all this stripped up now and then get these new joists put in. So all the floorboards are up and we can now see the full extent. That side looks pretty good, to be fair. You can see the plasterwork's all fine, so there's been no water getting in here. So all these ends are pretty good, to be honest. But unfortunately, because of the water ingress we've had over here, it's completely destroyed these joists. They are pretty ruined, to be honest. So we'll get these taken out, get them replaced. Unfortunately, it does mean we're going to lose a bit of coving, which is under here. But we have got to replace some of that anyway, so we'll have to get some new bits made up so we can replace that, no problem at all. So yeah, time to make some dust, get rid of this bit of lath and plaster on here, and then we can get these removed. Right, you happy there with it? Yeah. Okay, all yours, mate. We'll put it back here again so it's still... So we've got all the joists out, there we go. They came out very easily. I did have to use the recip saw on them just to make our lives easier because I don't really want to be risking my neck over this hole. So now get all this cleaned up and then we'll get the new joist in.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment and subscribe. Have an awesome week and we'll see you Sunday.